Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, Solana has pushed a little bit higher, but nothing too convincing yet. Overall, I'm still bullish on the Solana chart. However, I think if there is another larger rally across the sector, then I think other coins will probably outperform Solana. The reason is that we are just sort of in the late stages here of a third wave, of a larger degree third wave. Maybe that third wave already completed around the 18th, 19th of March. So we could already be in this fourth wave, and we just see a B wave rally next, and then it just takes a bit of time to play out this fourth wave. Then we could get another high in a fifth wave. That might actually take us to the overall bull market target around $450, maybe a bit more, but I've always been saying sort of 450 is sort of what I'm looking at. Now, in the short term, this is a bit unclear what's happening here, right? Because if we really look at the microstructures, we have two pathways that the market could take. So it's very simple, actually. I'm looking at, and I have that, laid out on the long-term chart that we cover sometimes, sort of a target area somewhere up here between $450, maybe $700, sort of broadly that area, okay? Now, this is where the price should get to. We can go to the long-term chart maybe and I'll show that. So this is where the price should really get to. That's normally the question we need to answer first. And this has been answered already, like, I don't know, a long time ago, some point last year or I don't know. But here, this is sort of where we should get to. Now the question is, how do we get there? How do we get there? And I see the possibility in the yellow scenario here on the long-term chart for one more high, and that could get us there. Right, but on the shorter time frame, there are of course more than just one. There's more than one pathway to get there, which hopefully makes sense. So we have a support area here for this wave 4, which is actually the wave 4 that's highlighted in red on the short-term chart. But this is the fourth wave. There's a support area. It's between $52 and $110. So in one scenario, we are already in this fourth wave. Could maybe go a little lower. It doesn't need to go, it doesn't need to go to 52. It doesn't even need to go to 73. It doesn't have to. This is simply support. But we're far away still from support. But in this scenario, we would still see a pullback and then a rally from there. In another scenario on the smaller time frame, this yellow third wave never finished and we get one more high, maybe to the next resistance level, which is around $270. And then start the fourth and then the fifth. So the main question for me on this chart is actually, do we take the direct route higher? Okay, so do we complete this fourth wave now and then rally, or do we make one more high, then do this fourth wave and then the fifth wave? This is really, in terms of probabilities, really balanced on the smaller time frame. Imagine it as, you have a destination. You want to go there with your car, and then what's unclear at this stage when you start the journey, is there going to be a roadblock or not? If there's going to be a roadblock, then you have to take a bit of a diversion, okay? And that's sort of how we talk about these preferred and alternative scenarios. There always has to be, of course, more than one way to get to a target. So that's what we're looking at here. And in one scenario, obviously this larger degree third wave already finished here. Yeah, around the 18th of March, we're now in this fourth wave and could form an A, B, C structure, then rally in a fifth wave, or the third is still unfolding. We get one more high because, to be honest, from the January low, we could only identify 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is very academic. Yeah, you can discuss about these microstructures all day. They have limited predictive quality because we're only dealing with corrections. So I think the main factor is, or let's say, the main parameters you need to be watching for are these. So they are the support levels. They are the support levels. And as long as we are holding support, okay, I'm not bearish on Solana. So looking at upside, and I am bullish on the Solana chart. But we have to give the price some space because of that uncertainty on this chart. Now, if you want a support area that is a little nearer, a little closer, then you need to watch this micro support area, which I basically added today. So if we go to the 1 hour chart, if we want to continue higher in any pullback, the market needs to hold that orange micro support area between $127 and $141. This is what I added today. This is in case we get that pullback, it would probably be a B wave, probably. And this B wave pullback shouldn't break below the 78.6 retracement. Yeah. If it does, it would shift probabilities towards at least one more low in the red count. So watch this support area. At the moment we have a, I would say uptrend here, but it looks a little bit like an ascending wedge. So we could easily see a bit of a downside reaction from there. If we see an upside reaction, then the next next upside targets are of course defined. We talked about them in the last few days already. Okay, so we have here the area between $164 and $181. Yeah, and basically that's what. And if we push any higher, and there's no sign that B wave pullback has started, it's just the first support area. And if we push higher, obviously we've got these levels, but then I also have to adjust the support area. That's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.